play. No more of this,
Ah,
no more of this fun hanging out. Only playing D&D.
No fun allowed.
Yeah. Session 40 was last session.
Wow.
40 sessions already? Man, it feels like it's been three.
That means at minimum this game has been played for 100 hours, but it's very more than likely at least 130, if not 150. Uh, Session 40. We started the session with the party standing over the dead gnomes. Sarah gathered up the dead gnomes in a row. We all knew what she was going to do. She transformed Amelie and Dacian into zombies. Cazador ate some of the gnomes, and then Seleth hold personed him, and then they manacled him. Miki found some magic items and gold. The party went back to the gnome camp and camped there. Seleth needed help getting her armor off. She washed the blood off. Seleth summoned a giant lizard for a steed and named it Santi. I forget why I suggested Santiago.
I asked for names of great heroes,
Um,
and Darius referenced
Oh,
Santiago.
oh,
I forget the rest of his name. He had like a title with it.
yeah. Well, it'll be somewhere in my notes. If you ask Darius about it this session, I'll have to look it up and explain it to you as Darius. Uh, Auntie got hooked up to a cart, the gnome's cart, and everyone started riding in the gnome's cart. Uh, Pulled by a giant lizard, a metal cat, a bleeding woman, and a 6'8" uh lady of Eladrin type. Uh, you rode through the savannah-like country, the Serengeti-like country. Darius told you his gripping tale of his backstory, and you arrived at Moncafa, which I will show you pictures of. It's just that there's so many screens to flip through. You're gonna see all of each other's character sheets by the time I get to there it is. Whew. You went to Moncafa, which had the low clay buildings with small doors, geometric patterns in dark blacks and whites, etched into um, blue and white and orange houses. Darius told you that you should not wear red and you should not carry a parasol, um, on penalty of hugs. Uh, Not represented by anybody that just scrolled down by on the screen, but the village is populated by halflings. No tabaxi in this village. Just just halflings. And this is the holy village where people pilgrimage from all over the country, people who praise Fetlan, the god of self-sacrifice, and they come here, who's represented by a turkey, in case you forgot. They come here to take the magic boats across Lake Kaffa, which is shrouded in fog. Um, and the only way to get to Lake Kaffa is on these magic boats. And the Tower of Contemplation is supposed to be the tallest structure in the continent that they pilgrimage to. And so I believe we left off when you were just on the outskirts of this village beginning to approach. Um, it is a quiet village. Quieter quieter than most villages. I mean, there are not a lot of people out on the streets. But you do see dark-skinned, tough-skinned halflings. And you also see people of all shapes and sizes in see-through white cloaks and hoods. Um, the uniform of the person who is on pilgrimage here. Nonetheless, it's a quiet town, a somber town, um, probably because of the religious significance. Darius explains to you, before I say that, what he explains to you, I'll also just give us a quick reminder of our quest threads for this country. Cure Greg's wife with fungus from the Abali forest. Find someone evil in Parvus. The gargoyle shard says there's an evil person at the Tower of Contemplation. Kaz's family's murderers are in the eastern part of the Ozaran Expanse. And the prince asked you to check up on a member of the Tamerwin family, the family devoted to magic, that has gone missing at the Tower of Contemplation. So, assuming you've mentioned these to Darius on the way, Darius says to you, yes, the Abali Forest, that is known for having some connection to the Feywild. I have heard tales of fey creatures in the Abali Forest. But anyway, in Moncafa, there are not many businesses. There is Bataru's Emporium, which is, a shop, kind of the only shop in town, really, a very big place. And there is the Sacred Magic Hut. Oh, what is that sound? Is it
Cazador.
is it a bug buzzing in my ear? Oh, what is this noise? I hear a horsefly is interrupting my description. Will the horsefly join the Zoom? Not yet. Only will distract as horseflies do. So he says, there is Baturu's Emporium and the Sacred Magic Hut, which has, I guess, magic, I like magic, you like magic. And there is Sira's Holy Tavern and Inn, which is kind of the main hub there, place where the pilgrims stay. The proprietor is also the mayor. So, I received a message from the horsefly in my ear. It is becoming larger now. Yes, have you taken the manacles off of your friend who transformed last night?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's a
I-
daily ritual now to take off his manacles whenever we wake up.
Yeah.
Yes, he is a dangerous man. Oh, I hear another horsefly buzzing by my ear. What could this sound be? So many bugs in this place. I thought the speed of the cart was enough to outstrip the bugs.
Just ran over some manure or something, I guess.
Yes, there is a bug. Another bug. Yes, we might have to pause for a moment and deal with these insects who are buzzing before I finish explaining to you the city.
I'll be right back while that happens, if that's okay.
Yeah. Now that these horseflies have stopped buzzing around my head, I feel the need to repeat myself. Uh, as you know, Moncafa is made of low buildings with geometric designs on them and small doors. It is populated with short, dark-skinned, tough-skinned halflings and no tabaxi. Like I didn't mention earlier, the halflings praise the tabaxi because the tabaxi are freed slaves. 1,000 years ago, they were brought to the continent by the elves, and they gave their lives rather than serve Toth when Toth overthrew the elves and took over the continent. The halflings thought that this was so worthy of praise that they practically deified the tabaxi. Now the tabaxi and the halflings, they have this country together that it praises Fetlan. And here in the village of Moncafa, it is the only way to access the Isle of Kafa in the middle of Lake Kafa, where the Tower of Contemplation rises, the tallest structure in the continent, said to have been created by ancient magics and to have burst organically from the earth. In any case, as I mentioned recently, as I feel the need to repeat myself, you had said you wanted to go to the Abali forest to get fungus to cure your friend Greg's wife. I wanted to mention to you that the Abali forest has some connections to the Fey Wild and that little Fey creatures are known to be there. Also, put away that parasol. It will be illegal, he says as the cart rumbles towards the town. He says, and as you're getting closer to it, you see a few small halflings and a lot of people in see-through white cloaks and hoods that mark them as pilgrims to the Tower of Contemplation. And Darius says to you, there are only a few places in this village to visit beyond taking the magic boats. There is Baturu's Emporium, which is basically a store, a big old emporium store. There is the Sacred Magic Hut, where magical things are found. And the greatest hub of the village is Sira's Holy Tavern and Inn, run by Sira, who is the mayor as well as the proprietor of this place. Well, where do we want to go first?
This Emporium seems a nice stop along the way.
Indubitably.
Knowledge tends to gather around places of commerce, does it not?
Certainly. It would also be helpful to procure some cloaks or something to hide the appearance of my new retinue.
Yes.
Maybe someone there knows some kind of spell that could keep these damned bugs away.
Hmm.
Darius says, oh yes, maybe we have all of your dead gnome friends crouch in the cart a little bit as we rumble through the streets.
Cover them with a blanket or something.
Hmm. All of you, cuddle up.
Uh, 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 uh.
Mind the lizard's tail.
Yes, be good to the lizard, be good to Santi.
So Daniel wasn't here last time. So quick rundown.
I was checking the plot summary to see which ones were the revived gnomes. I see it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. We started last time with with um with the dead gnomes. So we tied up the were-rat, we reanimated some people, we slept in the dead gnomes camp, we summoned a steed, we used it to pull the cart, everybody riding the cart north towards Moncafa. And so now it's about 12-ish, 1 p.m.-ish, pretty hot day, bugs and such, as you roll into Moncafa. And Darius says, you want to go to the Emporium first?
Seems that way.
All right. He says, we should steer over there. Sileth, tell your lizard, sorry, I get them confused. Tell your lizard to pull us down there towards that large wooden building.
So just look at Santi and point. You know what he said. Go.
Santi's like, flicks his tongue in the air a couple times, and then it's like, very wisely, and just heads that way.
It does have a 6 intelligence,
Uh,
given the Find Steed spell.
and that's why it nodded its head wisely.
Also, for
Go
flavor,
on.
since it's shaped as an alligator lizard, they have like ridiculously long tails, so I like to imagine the tail goes up into the cart so it doesn't run itself over.
Nice. The zombie gnomes are hiding under the tail. As the cart rumbles, the Amelie zombie might be looking at Andre.
Andre's absolutely, if he sees her even kind of looking at him, he's going to like stand up and sit facing a different direction. Does not want to confront this reality at the moment.
She doesn't seem to notice and react. She just seems like a zombie, but she might have been looking at you. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
So this Fat Lon character, a lot of people worship him.
Who are you asking?
I think Andre's just saying that in general, just hoping someone will pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, lots of people worship her. She's apparently the sister of Moofender.
Hey.
I find the idea of this god quite compelling, but the practices of their followers leaves much to be desired.
What kind of gods do you worship where you're from?
Shit, let me find the I wrote it down. It's not something I remember off the top of my head, forgive me. Do I how do you say it? Kybox and Haral?
Harold, yeah.
Kybox and Haral are
Ah,
the most common gods of my land.
Darius says to you, Seleth, not everyone worships Fetlan the same way. In this country, it has translated to radical pacifism, but in Greater Elenia and in other places, it does not mean that. Some followers like to hurt themselves. He glances at your scars and he says, while others just think that they must give of their time. So the following of Fetlan is very different and varietous.
But to hurt oneself without purpose is not very admirable. It is a quality to be discouraged, no? But for a greater purpose, it is a great thing, no?
Well, I
I
am
would
not
agree.
really a follower of Fetlan, so I cannot speak for it. Oh, I'm sorry, Andre, please.
I was just gonna say I would agree. I am not a fan of pain.
Hmm.
If I am harmed, I hope it is only under the most necessary of circumstances.
Absolutely. I don't imagine anyone would willingly do such a thing, but I appear. I suppose I do not know everything. By the way, Andre, y- I don't think you've ever started a conversation before. Is there a special occasion? I'm honestly a little bit touched.
We talk about onions quite a bit.
Hmm.
Onions. Oh, I was gone for the onions.
But yes,
We
is
did
there a
talk
special
about onions a
occasion?
lot.
Yes, this is the
Uh,
first time I've ever seen you like ask anything of anyone. I believe.
Kaz, how much of last night do you remember?
None. I went to sleep. That's what I remember.
Hmm.
I wish I could say the same. I really, really do.
Really? I
Hmm.
mean, I watched. Yeah. Well, I suppose I didn't ask you what happened. Oh yes. Was there anything special? Did did the
So,
no did the gnomes take your gold as well? Did you not get it back?
so Kaz, I feel like I'm around a certain age.
Okay.
I'm a growing young man,
Hmm?
Yeah.
and I believe I caught the eye of a woman last night.
No.
A woman who died before my eyes within the
No.
hour
No.
and is currently reeking up the cabin of this wagon.
Cazador is
Oh,
gonna like look over to the bodies.
So it's a little, just a tad uncomfortable for me to face that at the moment.
You
I'm
poor
so
child.
sorry. I've sent them away. I could bring her back right away. One Amelie.
Nope,
No, no, no.
I can create some sort of minor illusion to make her not look as injured.
Yes, and
Can
they
you
mostly smell like blood rather than bile.
could you please create a minor illusion of closed eyelids in front of my eyelids so were I
No.
ever to accidentally open my eyelids, I would not see the truth in front of me.
No.
I
Maybe-
thought she was a rather nice looking corpse. She was frozen to death, so many features were preserved.
She was a rather nice looking person, before the queening.
What?
Sarah, I
Well,
hope you know, I hold nothing against you. I know that on the inside you are in a similar state.
mhm.
It is just a little disconcerting for me personally. Not a situation I have faced with often, walking and talking with corpses.
I can understand that, though we've been talking for quite some time. But no, I'm sure it's been mostly me, and I suppose it's only been a few days.
That that is the rub. It has only been a few days. I'm adjusting, and that scares me more than anything.
Well, I appreciate that as I learn to lie from you, you learn to connect to my ilk.
Hmm.
Hmm. Something feels wrong, but I can't quite articulate it. Well,
Yes,
should we go to the store?
I
Yes,
suppose.
please. Jake, you're muted if you're saying.
I was just saying, wow, Eve, you look so much younger back in September of last year. Only
Yes,
been
my YouTube debut is coming.
it's only been like 9 months. Yes, I found it. Your debut alongside the Children's Rebellion. Um, So, you finished talking about your awkward situation, and you roll up to the Emporium. This is a much larger building than the other small, low buildings in town, although it does have low doors that are more halfling sized. This building, unlike the others, incorporates wood and wooden beams in with the clay, but it is of an orange clay and decorated with black geometric shapes, triangles and zigzags and such. And the cart pulls up at the entrance, and Darius says, should I remain out here with your new friend, Sarah, to make sure I don't disrupt anything inside?
Sure.
I can watch the lizard, make sure it does not stray.
He can watch himself.
Mm.
Oh, yes, maybe the lizard can watch the cart, and I will go in, and the lizard can guard the zombie gnomes.
And the zombie gnomes can guard the lizard.
Hmm.
This is good. I will come in with you.
Wonderful.
Do you all head inside, or?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Kaiser would.
All right. You head inside, and there is a big open space inside. If you've ever been to kind of like when you're on a road trip and you stop by one of those really big places that's like secondhand and flea market and collectibles and that kind of thing. This big open room with all sorts of things in it. There are weapons and armor. There is gear. There are lots of weird little strange gadgets that who knows what they are. There's all sorts of things. It's a big varietous. That's the second time I've used this in this game. Varietously laden space, and standing on the other side of the room, behind a counter, is a rather noble-looking fellow. He actually looks a bit similar to Darius, although taller and skinnier, with longer limbs. But he is a dark-skinned human, um, with slightly elven features, and he quietly regards you as you all enter from across the space.
Going on a trip.
Sorry, I thought I turned off my video. I need to use the bathroom. I'm
You're
sorry.
good, bro.
Oh, make sure you turn off your video before I'm just gonna mute you just in case.
I'm muting myself on my headphones.
All right, so this, this guy regards you from across the space. What do you do?
Hmm. Does it would it look like to Kazdor if Darius and the man are related?
Uh, give me a history check, wizard.
Okay,
It's always good for wizards.
absolutely.
Bladesinger, even though you're the only level 6 person in the group right now.
Oh, I didn't send it? Oh, my bad.
It's okay. We'll be okay. I'm looking for your role.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Ginsei.
Yeah, you realize that both of them are half drow.
What's
Um,
that?
half human, half drow. But the guy on the other side of the shop has a very like tall and long limbed kind of vibe. Like skinny basketball player. I don't know. Tall and long limbed situation. So that guy is kind of watching you silently.
Hey, Castor would give him like a courteous like head bow.
He gives you a very slight bow back, head bow back. Um, as you guys stand there, uh, a couple of halflings come in, wearing local garb and start silently walking around the room and poking at things. It seems like this is a very reserved village.
I'll go up to this half drow human dude, and I'll ask him, do you have anything that would keep away the bugs?
Yes, insect repellent.
Do you sell it?
Yes, 1 gold for 10 days.
10 days. 10
That's
days worth? Is it like a quantity?
Hello. I
Oh,
sell it in little jars. 1 jar, 1 gold. 10 days for one person.
oh.
1 jar. You don't need it. The bugs are weak.
so you don't want my gold?
I will take your gold.
For the bug repellent.
As you wish. I have
Wait, are you a shopkeeper attempting to get me to not purchase your wares?
The reverse barter.
He says, I am here to be of service.
Whatever he's doing, Kaz, it's working. I want to
Yes,
buy those more
I
than I did before.
I know, same. I'm wondering where this confidence is coming from.
I'll buy 8. I'll give him 8 gold coins for 80 days worth of bug repellent.
80 days.
Getting my notes up. We have lots of messy notes about everybody's everybody's gold and all this stuff. Let's see. Okay. Uh he says, wonderful. This will cover you for 8 days, times 10. 80 days. And he reaches under the counter and he starts pulling up little glass jars. This is a favorite for the tourists.
My word, Andre, have you ever employed this technique before? This is the first time I've ever seen it.
Can't say I have.
Oh,
It is impressive to say, you don't need this, you shouldn't buy this when offering
Yes.
something.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like it should work, but
No.
It just did.
it did.
Yes. I mean, he even gave us good advice. He was like, no, my product is not worth your time.
Well, we don't know if it's good advice or not. I remember those bugs roughed me up pretty bad.
Oh, that's true. They did take a chunk out of me too, I suppose.
Minor nuisances.
I mean, for you, I didn't even see one touch you. They just died.
It touched me, and then it could touch nothing else ever again.
I mean, I don't even know. They just like fell off of you and just slept. I don't know what was happening.
Uh, are you all looking for anything else, or you just want to hang out?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, I was wondering if you had cloaks or coats for sale.
Cloaks. Yes, you understand. This is a hot climate, so my cloaks are light.
Simply, uh, that would work for me. I would only need 7.
Please look. And he extends his very long, slender arm towards a rack. And it's kind of like at an army surplus store where there's a bunch of racks of coats and cloaks and stuff over there. And there's different colors and stuff like that.
I'm gonna try and personalize a cloak per zombie, give them all a little special treatment.
Are they any red cloaks?
No.
If there's any shirts on that wall, Celeste would be going to go browse some shirts.
Yeah, you see some shirts.
I'll find 2 my size. That way I could get rid of this one I stole from the gnomes.
What kind of shirt? What kind of shirt do you want? Thinking about army surplus store and medieval African village.
Um, is this like are these like linen cloth? Is this like cotton cloth?
Mostly sort of burlappy and cottony.
This is acceptable. Just a simple 2 white shirts that are long sleeve but can be rolled up past the elbow should the heat prove too severe.
Uh, I have a feeling that you all are going to continue shopping, so I'm going to keep a tally. Two two shirts. How many cloaks?
7.
One for every day of the week.
I like a little variety.
They are all the same color.
I like a little variety in texture.
That was a Daniel joke.
Hmm.
Let's see. Andre already bought his, so he's not on the tally. Um, the fellow says, "Come, put your items on the counter. I am sure you have more you are looking for."
I have not much gold, so I should just like to close my tab.
Well,
Don't worry about the gold. We have party funds that I can cover for you.
I am a newcomer. I cannot partake in what was not rightfully earned.
Don't worry about it. We picked up some from the gnomes, so that can be your portion.
Yeah.
You are most generous.
No problem.
what else do you need?
Healing potions? No?
Oh, yes. I suppose that would be a very good investment. Oh
Uh,
yes. By the way, where's my like 400 and something gold?
Miki
had-
hands you the bag
Oh, thank
Uh,
you.
that you told her to keep hold of. Now you want.
As I had forgotten. Silly me.
It's okay, my good friend. I was just thinking about helping you all, and I was like, oh right, I was robbed. And I
No,
was like,
yeah,
oh right, the robbers are dead.
you can have your 414 gold back.
Oh, thank you. Oh, oddly specific. I never really kept count. I just kept a rough estimate.
I tried to keep tally as best I can, and she just holds up a little tablet of just an inventory list of everything.
Oh, what I'm imagining right now is just like, you know, that math thing that you like, it's like made of wood and you swipe
Abacus.
left, right. Yeah,
Mm.
abacus. Just Mickey's got one of those. She's like, oh.
Hmm. If you remember, it was the magic whiteboard that she used to talk with before she minor illusioned everything. So she's just
Yeah.
repurposed that.
Oh, innovative. I see, I see.
what else can I help you with? Cloaks and shirts?
Healing potions, if you didn't mind.
Yes. Let me see.
Hmm.
Let me see what I have. You know they are a little expensive, these healing potions.
Yes, but they're most useful.
Yes. Well, I have plenty of them behind the counter. 50 gold pieces each is the running price.
Ooh, okay.
You all look like you have healing spells, though. You really want healing potions?
Well, I am incapable of healing myself, so
Same.
Yeah, I'm only able to
Healing.
heal once per day, and it's not too effective.
I
I
can.
can heal, but it's not good.
Is there anything that you want to sell?
I think anything he wants to sell, we may not want to buy.
Mm.
Yeah, I
I don't
suppose.
know, but if this is his salesman technique, then what there's got to be something he's pushing, right?
Hmm. I think so, but I can't put my finger on it. And as Kaz was talking, he's like reaching for his coin first.
Uh,
Hmm.
while you guys are having this exchange, the two halflings that were poking around come up to the front, and they have some random items like soap and a couple steel mirrors and a lantern or two, and the guy just I see two of you know what I'm joking about. And the shopkeeper just silently rings them up. None of them say anything to each other. They just put them on the counter. The guy rings them up, takes the money, puts it under the counter. As you all are still talking. And then the fellow looks at you. Well, if you really want healing potions, 50 gold pieces each.
Hmm.
How
I
many
shall.
do you have?
How many do you need?
Hmm.
I was
Hmm.
thinking maybe 5.
Sure. I have many.
One for each one.
5 healing potions. See, this is why we start a tab, because if you buy these, all the cloaks and the shirts are just free, you know?
Oh,
Oh,
really?
that's great.
Okay, so we have this, and then he says, you know, we have a lot of magic items here and things that adventurers like, so let me just give you a little menu. And then he hands you a 3-page, like a 3-page menu of what's good in the store. Um, let me
Very organized. It's all alphabetical.
Mm-hmm.
For clarity about the thing that Jake made us laugh about, he sent me a list of like 25 random like low GP value items that he wanted to buy from a shopkeeper in my Mad Mage campaign.
Mhm.
It was so many things, and I signed off on it, and I felt the possibilities were endless. One of them was a silver mirror, a steel
He-
mirror.
He did
Might
the
come
same
up.
thing in the Tuesday game.
Yeah, one time a long time ago, actually the first time I played Tomb of Annihilation, which, didn't last forever. That's why I'm playing it again. But that time I read some articles about what are the best mundane items to buy in D&D. I put together a list, and then I spent my starting 50 gold at the shop buying all of that crap. Um, and so that's like my go-to list of items: a grappling hook, caltrops, ball bearings. Um, so the tall, slender half drow passes the pages across to you, and Kaz, with your 15 history roll, you would recall hearing that half drow tend to live in the Ozaran expanse.
Yeah, actually, like, um, I was
This guy
thinking about
murdered
it.
your family.
I know, bro. I was like thinking about because I was
Oh,
like, with Darius, right? I like saw the picture and stuff like that, but I must have missed the description of the half drow. And then once you mentioned it here, I was like, Nani? He was with us this whole time? Like, oh man. Um, yes. Kazor definitely has that on his mind right now.
Hey, Miki, how are the coffers looking right now?
Currently we have about 1,000 gold and platinum coins,
Okay.
not counting our personal funds.
Yes, yes.
All right.
But
So
do you think they have that change here?
one thing I was thinking of as a person who loves variety in my appearance is potentially procuring some suits of perhaps leather armor for my variety outside.
Yes.
or
Uh,
or we could maybe haggle him. You think he's willing to put, like a 10,000 price tag down to a 1,000 price tag?
10,000.
Cause I have 35 gold left right now, and
Oh, my
Hey,
friend,
you worked
I
wonders with
have you
that
covered.
ale.
Oh, yes.
I
I
can
don't
tell you're
know.
probably looking at that cloak.
No. Actually, I was looking at the headband of intellect.
Uh,
Oh. Oh.
You are richer than I. I am at 10 gold.
2 poppers does not a prince make.
Uh,
And Darius says, I think your friend is keeping the gold for your whole group."
mm,
That
They
was my meaning. I don't think we have enough. But I was hoping Miki had a secret stash or something.
I believe the most powerful weapon on this catalog would be the +1 dart. Most devastating.
Uh, the tall guy looks at your tiara, Kaz, and says, "That is an interesting headpiece you have there."
Kazor, he's gonna feel like embarrassment that someone's talking about the tiara on the full grown man's head. and he's gonna try and broaden his stature a little bit, try and look a little bit more like masculine. Oh yes, yes, the crown upon my head.
Every time I think about what Kaz looks like, it's insane. Like, like noble clothes, full beard, covered in blood, tiara.
I I like how Kaz's appearance can just very, very, very here. Like he's had like a gnarled arm. He's like become a rat. It's crazy. I love it.
Andre, you don't have shield proficiency, right?
I do.
Oh, you do? There's two items in the just floating around the party inventory. Uh, there's a wooden shield of the eye, and there's the experimental musket, and both of them are pretty great.
Oh, yeah, we could also sell some of the stuff we don't really use.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
true.
If he has shield proficiency, he's gonna want both of these things. Wooden shield of the eye +2 to initiative, +4 to 1 perception check per long rest. And the experimental musket is at the top of the interesting items list, and it's a 1d12 base damage ranged weapon, and then it's got other things that it does. So
Sure.
Cazador, he's going to get like 5 health potions and 1 scroll of prestidigitation. I don't know how to say that word.
Prestidigitation. It is hard to
Yes.
say.
Very, very hard to say.
is that 5 healing potions in addition to the other 5 healing potions?
Oh, were you going to buy it with your own gold, Alex?
I was using the party funds for that.
Okay. Do you think 5 more would help or not really?
We all already have some.
Yeah.
Oh, you already have some? Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I
We had a
have
run of this last time.
I can also
none.
heal.
Ooh. Okay,
I-
then no. Cazador
Then-
wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
I can.
the shopkeeper is like, I thought maybe some of you could heal each other. You are adventurers.
Each other, yes. Myself, no.
The shopkeeper looks at Sarah and says, Great Tabaxi, your appearance is unique.
Yes. I am trying so hard to think of a way to explain it. I am a wizard. This is a a extension of my capabilities as a spellcaster.
Ah. He says, what are you all choosing? I have 2 shirts, 7 cloaks, 5 healing potions, a scroll of prestidigitation. Did this man in the tiara want more healing potions as well?
I apologize. Did you mean the man in the crown? I I don't see a man with a tiara here. My bad.
Yes, the man
Oh.
with the crown.
Oh yes, yes. No, no, I did not. Thank you.
As you all are talking, another couple halflings come in and start looking around at stuff, and one of them gives a wave to the shopkeeper. Nobody says anything. How many other healing potions did you want, Kaz?
Oh, none. Though I will take 1 scroll of speak with animal and 1 of speak with plant.
Andre, are you equipping the those 2 things that are in the party thing?
Yes.
So you yeah, you can put it on your D&D Beyond as a 1d12 ranged weapon, and then when you roll it, we can roll the other weird stuff that happens, whether
Okay.
it breaks or it does more damage. That's
Wait.
just a technical item. It doesn't require attunement. The shield will require attunement, but I will say that you attune to it overnight.
Okay.
So you can already have it attuned. I'm just looking at my magic item sheet because last time we took a minute and did people's attunement stuff.
So actually, I can't afford the plants, so it would just be the talk with animals.
Okay.
I'll
Um,
buy the plants for you.
Oh no,
let
no,
me
it's
I'll
let
use
me
my
finish
money.
let me finish doing
Oh.
this attunement thing
Ah.
before we talk about that because I want to get organized. Andre, what else are you attuned to besides the wooden shield of the eye?
Let me see here. My arcane focus, the staff, which I don't know if I'll stay attuned to it if I use the musket. Like I might put it away. I might get rid of the invocation on it.
Well, you have 3 attunement slots.
Mhm.
Anything else attuned to right now?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So back to talking about the scrolls. Kaz, what was the one that you could afford that you wanted?
That I could afford was speak with animals and prestidigitation.
All right. Miki, do you have any information you want to share with him as he talks about spending 120 gold on Speak with Animal?
I believe I think I during the teleportation and may have unlocked new capabilities within me that allows me to potentially speak with animals at will.
What?
Oh,
Oh, my apologies. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's just a feeling, and I haven't really tested out, but I feel like I can do that.
Really?
A little bug zooms by your head, Miki, and it says,
Hey, how you doing? I'm pretty good, little fly. How are you?
Oh no.
As you see, like little wave, just like amber light, just kind of connects to the fly just very quickly before fading.
You should
Yeah, I can do that now, I guess.
so you want to use the party's money to buy the Speak with Plants scroll. Technically that is a bard, druid, or ranger spell.
Hmm?
I would let you learn it, but you would have to roll a higher DC Arcana check in order
Yep.
to learn it.
I'm perfectly okay with that. I just kind of see it as like a unique like one-time thing of like if we're like in a jungle or something like that and we run out of leads. Just something like fun. It's very situational.
If you pass the check when you try to learn it, you'll learn it, and it'll be a normal wizard spell. But if you fail the check,
Cool.
the spell scroll will be destroyed.
at some point we should
Oh,
swap spell books properly and learn each other's things.
yes. Kazor did spend like 2 hours or something like that reading your spellbook. I just forgot to ask you what spells you have.
Um, well, my only other thought would be uh, there's no armor on this listing, but I don't know if I really need anything in way of martial weapons for variety's sake.
Yeah.
The guy says, I have mundane weapons and armor, both out here and in the back as needed. So just tell me what you need.
Perhaps 7 sets of leather armor, if that's possible.
Oh, you really want to dress differently every day, hmm?
Variety. It's I upkeep it in my appearance and with my guard.
50 leather armor and or sorry, 5 leather armor and you said something about weapons?
Uh, no. How much would the armor be? I'm not making these.
Oh, it's 10 gold pieces a piece.
Okay.
What
Dang.
what do you want for weapons? Warhammers, rapiers? Why do I have the same accent as Dayu? It's not supposed to be the same. Dayu says, I don't think you sound like me. And the store clerk says, yes, I sound different from you.
No.
People's
beautiful.
ears are speciesist, I think.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
And the guy says, oh, what do you want? 5 warhammers? Yes?
Oh, you're right. I do have 5. Yes. How? Actually,
5 war picks?
maybe 3 Warhammers?
3 warhammers.
If you would like, Sarah, I have a light crossbow that I will no longer have use of.
Sure.
Do you still want the Speak with Plants scroll?
Yes, sir.
Your group has agreed to loan you money for this.
Kezora looked back at Mickey.
You know he is clearly not a druid. This is a
That's fine.
dangerous purchase for your party.
Well, I mean, if I
Please do
took-
not be classist to my friend.
Thank you, Smith.
You know, now that you mention it, I would also like a scroll of Wrathful Smite.
Ooh, I was
And
thinking
this-
about that one.
I don't know
Good
how you'd
choice.
feel about a scroll of spiritual weapon as well, Miki.
Any scrolls that you guys want, go ahead.
We might be strapped for cash with all these.
Well, we always have the 414
Right.
and the 2 platinum to lean on.
And my 35 gold.
I hand you a 35.
Pulling your weight.
Absolutely.
And
brother.
my-
Here-
So you are not a paladin, but you want this scroll of Wrathful Smite. And
What?
then
What makes you say I'm not a paladin?
I don't think you are a cleric either, but you want the spiritual weapon.
Also, just to say, I don't believe you could learn these spells. So this would be to be used as scrolls.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
I believe your DM said that guy could learn speak with plants, but he didn't say that about you.
No, but I would be using them as scrolls.
It is your goal. I
Yeah,
hope your DM lets you cast scroll spells outside of your class.
I was just about to ask that. Do you
And then your DM is like, yeah, I mean, within logic, within reason, sure.
Can artificers
Hey,
transcribe?
God.
So a lot of my class's spells are taken from both paladin and cleric spell lists, although spiritual weapon isn't one of them.
But
Is
your
that
character, your class doesn't learn spells from scrolls. The only class that learns spells from scrolls is the wizard.
Right, I just mean, would I be able to cast a scroll from
Yeah.
a cleric or paladin list?
I will let people cast spells from scrolls as long as it is not insane and stupid and broken and an exploit.
No force wall.
So the,
Dang.
so the guy's like, Okay, let me add up your list that you have so far. This one, he points to the 6'8" woman. This one seems to be the accountant of the group. So you let me know if you approve, huh?
Sure.
Happy wife, happy life. That's what I always say.
Exactly.
Miki, I thought you were a druid. I didn't know you took levels in accountant.
No, it's called multi-classing. We do it all the time. It's good
Oh,
to expand
yes.
your horizons.
Absolutely.
You have to have a 13 in financial security to take that class.
I like the idea that that's another attribute of the human body, like the mental stats, the physical stats, financial security, just as important.
As as he's writing down your list, the other one of the halflings come up and they buy some parchment and some ink and a grappling hook, and no words are exchanged. They just put money in front of him, and one of them looks at you all funny and then leaves. He says, okay, this is what I have down so far for you. Tell me if you want it all.
Can we reduce the healing potions to 2 healing potions since we already have some? If that's okay with everyone else.
It is up to
Yeah.
you. I don't even think you need them at all.
I would say that personally do not need a scroll of spiritual weapon.
I was gonna say that too. The Wrathful Smite one is the only one.
Sounds like you are planning a coup de grace during a battle. Why does my accent sound like yours again? I don't know.
Are you from Oregon
No,
or
he is from Rocinante, so
Rosinante?
supposed to sound Spanish, which he sometimes does, and I am actually supposed to have a little bit of a Middle Eastern thing going, but it is all mixed together. It is very upsetting for the DM, I think. Anyway, is this your final shopping list?
Thinking so. Are you all happy? And Mickey, if you need, I can help foot the bill.
Doing math. 8.
It adds up to 737 gold.
Yeah, I can cover that. Yeah. We have that in the funds.
Amazing.
735 gold or 32 gold, because Celeste will put 5 gold down.
Pulling out the big boy numbers.
That's half my money.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right. Are we good with everything here?
Yes.
I would say so.
Then I hand over a big little pouch of platinum coins with a few gold chipped in.
Jake is
Hey,
taking
what-
notes.
But wait, before I hand it over, is there any way we can get some sort of wholesale discount since we're buying so much?
He takes the money out of your hands.
Shit,
before
I
you say it.
forgot. I meant to
Takes the money
do
out of
that.
your hands before you say it, and he says,
No,
"Oh, you wish to negotiate now? I see."
I
And he
apologize.
puts the gold under the counter.
Oh, I see. Everything changes when the goes, man.
I should have I got too preoccupied doing math. I
Absolutely.
forgot.
I told you you don't need any of this stuff, but you know what? I will take your money.
Very well.
What was the shield called again? Shield of the Eye?
Yeah. It's like a nerfed sentinel shield or weapon of warning.
Okay.
Instead of giving you advantage on initiative, it gives you +2 to initiative, and instead of giving you advantage on all your perception checks, it gives you +4 to perception check once a day. And it looks cool.
Vasnik had the seductive shopkeeper for it.
Yeah, Basnik had to make a shopkeeper woman think that he was going to go on a date with her in order to get it.
Absolutely, bro. He put in that work. He had that dog in him.
The YouTube I just posted is not only Eve's debut, but it's also Daniel's debut as TikTok. His original
Let's
character.
go.
I'm sure TikTok is doing great right now.
Yes.
Or
I remembered.
his second character after Fergus died on Monday.
Mm.
Fergus, the D&D character.
Mm.
Not to be mistaken with Fergus the cat, who's definitely not named after Daniel's character. All right, so you guys buy all of that stuff, and then the tall, slender guy just stands there staring at you.
All right. Do you want to ask him any more questions?
Have you any information on the whereabouts of any druids in the area, since you are so adept at identifying them?
You are so funny.
I did not mean any humor.
Oh.
Yes, that is my joke. The druids, I don't know any druids here. People are, pilgrims, holy people, clerics. Uh, maybe, maybe you talk to Syrah. Yes, she is the mayor. She knows everyone.
Ask
Where
him where we
is
could find Syrah.
where may we find Syrah?
She is the proprietor of the of Syrah's. Were you not listening to your friend here when you came into town? He told you.
I was tending to my lizard.
Oh, well, she is the proprietor of Syrah's Holy Tavern and Inn. There are only really 3 businesses in this town. It is not hard to find. And Darius is like, yes, I thought they were listening to me. I don't understand. I will take them there, yes. And the tall, slender guy just like looks at you guys again silently.
I think Celeste isn't going to say anything. She's going to turn and leave.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the shopkeeper, he's the other half drow, right? Or was that another guy
The
in the room?
shopkeeper is a half drow, and Darius is a half drow, and they have different accents.
Nice, okay. Kazdor would kind of like glance over at him, the shopkeeper, and after all is said and done with the shopping business, he would then ask, and if you do not mind me asking, I've heard in the Ozaran expanse there are drow or half drow, and I was wondering, what can you tell me about drow? Have you heard of these particular drow, or?
He looks at you kind of intensely, kind of guardedly, and he says, uh, yes, there are humans and elves with dark skin living in the Ozaran expanse. Nomadic people, trading peoples.
Hmm.
I am descended from these.
Wonderful. I I merely just meant to ask about uh their customs and what they do. I've heard of like pink sand. They're in the business of trading. And I was planning on visiting there, as a matter of fact, and I was wondering what the people were like and um just any tips, pointers, anything to look for, if you
We are a
wouldn't mind.
private people,
Yes.
a private people, a
Mhm.
guarded people, yes.
Yes, and I do not wish to offend your people in any way when I visit there. But I know no other drow except for Darius and you.
Well, one commodity that they trade in the Ozaran expanse is black sand, also white sand in the west and pink sand in the east. This is hard to find outside of the expanse, so it goes well. There are uh, groups of traders and caravans. People highly value polished stones like jasper and hematite. Stones like these have high value there.
Oh, I see.
It is a culture of great honor and politeness. Uh,
Kazor would wince a little bit when you would say that.
why do you wince?
Oh no, I apologize. I think maybe my nerves acted up or something. I just came from a battle yesterday night, as a matter of fact. So I don't know. Maybe I'm still a little bit frazzled. I'm not the
For nomadic
heartiest.
tribes, there are stationary trading villages. There are caves. But there is a reason not many people know about this land.
Mhm.
They are private people.
Yes.
But I do not live there.
Oh,
I live here.
very true.
I am Banturu, and this is Banturu's Emporium, famous for having everything.
Wonderful. And one last question. Uh, so you said you're not from there, and if Dias can hear, this would be for Dias as well. Uh, if I do end up heading over there, if let's say Nikki, for example, goes there as well, do the half drow or drow have anything against elves? Just to make sure if I bring any friends along. I
They
was
are a
much
private
curious.
people,
Yes.
but they value honor, politeness, and trade.
Okay. Thank you thank you for your answers. I apologize if I seemed to pry. This was just a little passion project of mine. I really wish to go to the Ozaronics fence.
Just remember,
Mhm.
we are people.
Don't What'd you say?
Not just objects for your study.
Well, yes, I do agree with you. Every life is not monetary. I agree with you.
Good day.
Good day. Keza would just walk out with everyone.
As we're leaving the shop, I'm just gonna be like, that guy was really talkative.
Yeah.
Mm. And as we leave the shop, I gotta pull Andre aside, being just like, I'm getting that itch. That cloak looked really fun. Please tell me something
No.
to not go for it.
Miki, times like these, two things are important, okay?
Mm.
The first one,
This is a message spell, just so
Okay.
the shopkeeper doesn't hear us.
oh, I thought we were outside the shop now.
Yeah, we're outside the shop, and it's a message spell, just in case.
Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, at times like these, it is important for us to keep our eyes on the prize, and I'll cast Bless.
No.
And the other thing we need to know is to keep our hearts in check. And then I'm gonna. Oh no! Wait, I don't have invisibility anymore. Oh, I switched it out.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I have
Well.
a plan.
Bless is all you have.
All right. All right. And then a minor illusion speaks to the party, being just like, please excuse me a moment. I just need to go find the nearest bathroom.
Oh, yes.
Very well, of course.
Absolutely.
And I'll go and try to find a secluded space and mask of many faces into a tall tigress tabaxi that looks all sorts of
Yeah.
muscular.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back into the shop.
Get a whistle from Celeste as you walk by.
Yeah. They got a nice physique.
Mm,
Most impressive.
mhm.
Beautifully.
When you walk into the shop, the man opens his eyes wide at you as you come in.
I silently wave, and I just go over to where the cloak is, grab it, just look at it, and then just try to pocket it, and face step outside building.
I doubt that this will go well. Which cloak are you looking for? The cloak of Arachnida?
Yes.
And so you just want to walk up to it and pick it up?
Now walk around, like I'll meander around the shop a little bit. Maybe pick up like a little lantern, put that down. Like go through like the coat rack and just kind of look at one, be just to shake my head, and then just look at the cloak of arachnids. Get it in my grasp.
You don't see it. You saw it on the menu, but you don't actually see it displayed in the shop.
Is it kind of like the games at Walmart? It's like behind the glass,
It's in the
only the
lockbox.
yeah,
Damn it.
in the hot box.
It's in the cage.
Then I just go up to the shopkeep then, and then minor illusion speak in a very distinct, like Miki's soft voice is not there at all. It's just a gruff, feminine, like purring-ish, like, yes, I would like to see if you have any special wares.
You are the first tabaxi I have seen in a long time.
Yes, I tend to venture out quite a bit.
Beyond the metal one that was just in here.
It's okay. I know I'm not a real tabaxi. I'm a fucking freak.
What brings you here, Holy One?
Just passing through the town. Just I have some family in the Tower of Contemplation that I've been displaced from. Are you rolling a D100?
Roll deception.
Yo, if you get 17 though, like that'd be hilarious.
You have a plus. You have a D4 to add
Oh,
to
and
that
D4
for the
version.
bless. Because of bless.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He's got a high deception. He's got a high deception modifier too.
Oh no.
What
Oh,
was
he's a
happening?
druid. That'd be
I-
hilarious.
I'm like, Andre, this is amazing. I really expected you guys to steal something from that.
Let's go.
That's a 19 before bless.
The guy is like, I see, Holy Tabaxi. Yes. And he hands you the same menu that he handed the other people. Some of my best items are here on this sheet.
Interesting. That cloak, I think I've heard tales of cloaks like that. Would you mind taking it out? I would like to potentially purchase it.
He says, of course, you have the 10,000 gold, I suppose.
Oh, yes, quite. And I just produce a big minor loosened bag, and it kind of just clinks. And inside the bag, in reality, it's just a couple daggers that kind of just clink around, making a metallic kind of.
He says, oh my. You have definitely come shopping today. Give me a moment. And he goes into a corner behind the counter and pulls out some flat wooden boxes, which you can assume contain some of the more expensive, smaller items that he has. And he lays a couple of these flat wooden boxes on the counter, and then he says, "Which one did you want to see again?"
Yes, it was called the Cloak of. My page is loading. Arachnidia.
He says,
I'm having trouble pronouncing that.
"Ah, yes, of course. It is a strange word. The cloak of Arachnida, I think. Something like that."
Yes.
As he says this, you hear the door open behind you, and then you hear it close. Do you look behind you?
I guess yes.
You see a tabaxi
Snap.
in like sort of toga-ish looking robes, and a very peaceful expression on her face as she walks into the room, and she looks at you and says, "Greetings."
Greetings.
and the shopkeeper says, oh, one sec. Actually, she says, greetings. That's what she says. And she's wearing a green sort of toga-ish looking thing. And the shopkeeper says, I am so shocked to see 2 tabaxi in my shop today. That is the 3rd tabaxi in one day. The last time that happened, you all were headed back from the Tower of Contemplation to Etena for your judgment. Ah, what a blessing. And the tabaxi in the green toga looks at you and says, oh, you have a striking appearance. Have I met you before? My name is Icy Trick.
No, I don't believe we've quite had the pleasure.
And she says, I am a monk of the Tower of Contemplation. And you, what part of the country are you from?
I was displaced during the War of the Continent. I received word that I may perhaps have family around here. A brother named Dream, perhaps.
Ah.
Dude.
Very interesting. Roll deception.
Yo, you got me, bro. I'm deceptive.
Do I still have bless?
Oh, let's go.
I think it's for like an hour. Hold on, let me see how long it is.
Believe bless is a minute.
Oh, it's a minute.
Oh
So
God.
Okay.
probably
so,
not.
Okay, so it was just a 19 then.
You don't still have bless, but you did beat that insight roll. So you're doing okay so far.
Let's go.
And well, very interesting. Displaced from our country. Ah, the War of the Continent was a sad affair indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very, very harrowing. I was kidnapped and brought over to Liebenstock, and I very nearly, they very nearly took my life there, but I managed to escape.
This sounds like it merits another deception roll, but we're gonna cut outside.
Oh,
We're
bro,
gonna
it's so scary.
we're gonna cut outside while that's happening. So Sarah, what are you putting on your zombies?
I'm like playing dress up. I'm giving them all these sets of armor I bought and these cloaks to attempt to obscure their presence and give them better armor.
So let's see here. Leather armor is AC 11, and then zombies have a -2 dex. So that would increase their AC from 8 to 9, the leather armor.
Sure.
So I'm updating my little list of stats. And then you're putting cloaks on all of them to try to make them more hidden.
Yep.
And then you bought 3 war hammers.
And I'm giving them to my 3 weaker ones.
Okay. So let's see. They have a +1 to hit, or sorry, they have a +3 to hit, which is +1 +2. So their proficiency bonus would be +2 because then they do damage of +1. So the Warhammer would also be +3 to hit. But would be 1d8 +1. So that increases from the 1d6 +1 to 1d8 +1. So that's Amelie, Kara, and Astrid. So you hand those out. And Pon Noir has a better to hit than the other ones. And any other items you're handing out to the zombies?
Yeah, I'll give Pun Noir all of the short bow and or light crossbow and 20 arrows that I got from Celeste.
It was a short bow. I misspoke the
Short bow,
first time.
never mind.
Yeah, I misspoke the first time.
So she's got the strongest melee damage. You want to give her the short bow?
She just has the highest attack, so I figure if she has both a ranged and a melee.
So zombies have a -2 to dex. So that's gonna be a 0 to hit with a ranged weapon.
Well, it's better than them not having any ranged. Just as an option, I suppose.
So you want to give that to Pon Noir? So that'd be 0 to hit, 1d6 -2 damage. If you want that.
Well,
You
it
want to
does-
give that. You want to give this shit to skeletons, but skeletons already come with short bows.
well,
But
next time I'll get skeletons.
you
Or
just got to pull the
skillies.
bones out.
Yeah.
But Pon Noir now has a short bow that is 0 to hit and 1d6 plus -2 damage. What else? Any other items for the zombies?
Nope. Just sort of, I don't know, cleaning them up, casting a little mold earth to scrape off any dust.
Right on. So the party is standing outside of the Emporium. Miki told you that she's going to go to the bathroom. She's been gone for a little while. And Sarah is dressing up her zombies, putting armor on them, giving them little weapons. Celeste, Kaz, and Andre, you're seeing this. Darius is watching. The giant lizard is watching. What else are you three up to?
I did not realize tabaxi were also beautiful and stunning. I believed Sarah was just a rare case.
Thank you. I really thought you were gonna say something else, but I do appreciate that.
Yes, I did think that was going somewhere completely different.
Which
as
tabaxi
well.
have you seen?
Well, there's Sarah, the tabaxi that just the tiger tabaxi that just walked into the store, and then the
Roll perception for me.
perception. I can do that. Let me. Laptop. Do what I want you to do.
Yeah.
I think
There we
Miki
go.
just told you guys she was going to the bathroom and then snuck in.
Hmm.
Wasn't
Well,
seen.
Plausible deniability.
I
Oh,
thought.
absolutely.
I figured we would have seen the tigress walk in. You said perception?
Yep.
Can I make the same roll? For if I saw the
Yeah, all right.
Oh, sir.
Yep. Com saw them both. Celeste saw them both
Ooh.
with her smoking die.
Smoke and die.
Kaz,
That's fun.
yeah, Kaz saw them too.
Ooh.
You guys saw them.
I
What
wonder if
else
they
are
know
you?
each other.
What else are you three doing while you're waiting for Miki?
Sir, I've just had a troubling thought.
Yes.
You know how you were saying you're proud of us for withholding our temptations?
Yes, yes.
We should maybe find somewhere else to stand around, just in case.
Well, we're waiting for Miki while she
Yeah.
goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, I won't leave Mickey.
And also my retinue now are a bit more inconspicuous.
Yes.
But we're crowding the front door.
Oh no. I mean, if you wish, I could
We could
stay.
absolutely move, yes.
I could stay behind. I really don't wish to leave Mickey.
I'm sure Miki would be able to find us. We won't go too far.
Mm,
Is there somewhere inconspicuous that we could go to, like an alley or something?
Darius says, there are many low huts of clay nearby we can pull in front of. Why do we have a need to hide?
Not a
sight
need to hide, simply a need to wait in a less crowded area.
that is the definition of hiding, is it not?
No,
I
Going
believe
hiding would
silent
be intentionally placing ourselves
and less
away from
secluded.
prying eyes.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, it's completely different. My apologies.
So do you guys roll down the street with your cart and your lizard and your zombies and your friends?
Mm,
Sure. All
I'm
right.
making my
You
way
roll down the
downtown.
street. You roll a block down the street.
uh, can I roll like a will check if Kezra would stay?
If what now?
Can I roll like a will or just like a dice to see if Kezra would stay? He, as a character, he would want to stay from Mickey because he actually is worried.
Sure, roll.
Okay. He's staying.
Okay, Kaz, we'll catch back up with you later too.
Okay, I apologize. I'm just a little bit worried.
Darius is like, we should not split the party as he continues with the group down the block. All right, so we cut back inside to Miki and uh the icy trick walks up to the counter and sees the items that you're looking at, and she says, oh, you must be an adventurer of some sort, contemplating equipment like this. Are you not a pacifist,
No,
sister?
unfortunately, circumstances beyond my control required me to give up pacifism, and so I just came and searched my brother to reconnect familial bonds, but I don't intend to stay in Parvus. Pacifism doesn't suit me anymore after what I've done in the past.
Oh my. Oh. Um, so yeah, roll me deception for the last lie and this lie. And I'll roll a public insight.
I mean, that seemed like a persuasion. You seemed like he was enjoying that. Like a lie.
It's all deception.
Lies are lies.
Lies is lies. Oh, let's
21
go.
for the first one.
This one is fine.
Okay.
She's just, she's kind of taken aback, doesn't seem to want to really connect with you as much anymore, but also maybe turned on. So so the shopkeeper opens up the flat wooden box that is painted green with little spider webs on it, and inside is a green cloak, clearly glowing with magic, shot through with spider web patterns and little black spiders. It's basically black decorations on a green cloak. And it looks fabulous. It looks very rare, as they say. Looks like a 10,000 gold piece cloak.
Yes, this. I believe this would do wonders in helping me out with my work potentially.
Uh, and the shopkeeper says, well, only 10,000 gold, a really low price.
Well, here you are, as I slide over the bag of minor illusion into daggers. As I carefully pick up the robe and kind
He
of fold it
puts
on.
his hand on the bag and it goes through the bag.
Well,
It's
could they like reach at the same time, like in exchange, kind of?
it's an actual bag. It just has daggers in it, not coins.
And it was minor illusion to be bigger.
Uh, it's a bag that you're minor illusioning the sounds coming out of?
Well, I guess yeah, the sounds as well as if he were to open it, I would change the minor illusion to
So
looking like
let me
coins.
let me clarify something for you.
If this is too much, I can pull
This
back.
is a spell that you must cast. It has somatic and material components. Um, so people will notice that you are casting a spell.
Hmm.
You need to use your sorcerer points to
Every
make
six
it a
seconds.
silent spell if you want it to not be noticed. And then minor illusion is you create a sound or an image of an object, a sound or an image of an object that fits within a 5'5" cube. So right now you're handing him a bag. So far it's a real bag with two daggers in it, is what you're telling me. So he's gonna look in the bag while you're standing there
I
and see two daggers.
I will subtle spell the. That's how long is he gonna look at it? Yeah, I'll subtle spell uh it to look like coins for as long as I need to slash can get until I can get a hand on the cloak.
So you use subtle spell to cast minor illusion when he opens the bag, to create the image of a big pile of gold in the bag.
A mix of gold and platinum.
The duration of the spell is 1 minute. A mix of gold and platinum. He reaches his hand in it to count it, and his hand goes through it.
It's cut by a
Am I
dagger.
able to grab hold of the cloak?
He has a hand on it still.
You got
Fireball.
this.
It's in a box, in a box that he's showing you.
Hmm.
You got this, bro. I believe he's
I
only a half elf. You're a full elf. You can do this.
I just try to tug it a bit closer. And hopefully
So, I'm gonna have you roll for initiative so that we can track this.
okay.
Remember when you tried to steal from one of the nobles and Jake was
Yeah.
like, if you fail this check, all of his soldiers will come after you.
But now they'll just be mad at this backseat, not me. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you are third in initiative order. Initiative kicks off when the shopkeeper's hand goes through the gold and platinum pieces in the bag. The shopkeeper says, "This is some kind of trick." Icy Trick is first in initiative as you are trying to pull this item and run with it.
So far, yeah.
So he puts his hand through the platinum and gold and says, "This is some kind of trick," as you start to pull the cloak and try to run with it. Icy Trick is first to act as she sees this happening. Make a wisdom save.
Oh. Ooh, that's not a good save for me.
Oh no.
Wisdom save. That's just a straight roll for me. Okay.
You are
Oh.
most wise.
Yes, indeed.
Plus is gone.
Tides of chaos. Let's go. Let's make this
Oh.
even more beautiful.
Now you can really fireball the place. Let's go.
If Miki turns into a potted plant,
If this
You're
is the
using
second
Tides of Chaos
TPK,
you're using Tides of Chaos to roll again. So go
Yes.
ahead and roll your wisdom save again.
Natural 20.
Yes, nat 20.
19.
Let's go.
You passed the
Fails.
save. Now roll on the wild magic table.
33. Oh shit.
Dang, you're getting like
That sounds like a
reoccurring.
familiar number.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of 19s and 33s.
Oh, okay, that's a good one for me if we were in...
Maximize the damage of the next damaging spell you cast within a
Yo.
minute. She attempts to cast Icy Trick attempts to cast Hold Person on you. And you shake it off. Then she uses the rest of her movement to go and block the door with her body. You could take an opportunity attack on her if you want as she walks towards the door.
I won't do that.
So she goes over to the door and blocks it with her body. The next person in the initiative is the shopkeeper. He steps up to you and hugs you.
All right.
Make an athletics check against grapple. Or you can use acrobatics check as well.
Acrobatics, cool.
So you've got a beat of 14.
Oh, 19.
Okay, so he steps up to you and hugs you, and you squirm out of his arms, but he's still kind of like leaning against you and trying to hug you, but you are not grappled. All right, it is your turn.
All right, so since he's hugging me, does he still have a hold of the cloak?
Nope, you
right.
pulled it out of his hand. I mean, I guess he stepped forward, he could still be holding it. So let's make an athletics check, a contested athletics check to pull it out of his hand.
All right.
You're gonna beat a 16 with your athletics check.
That's most likely
Easy.
not going to happen.
No, it's
12.
Okay, so he's still holding it in one hand as he's trying to hug you. He's got it in one hand and you've got it in the other hand. Do you want to diffuse this situation or do you want to continue?
I will let go of the cloak, and I'm just going to mind illusion in the same voice, just say, time to cut my losses, and just face step 30 feet onto the roof, I guess.
You can only face step to a place that you can see.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that. Is there a window in here?
Sure.
Cool. I will just face step through a gap in a window, to a site I see outside the window. If it's in midair, I will take full damage. I do not want to get caught.
You can see a ground floor window from where you're standing, and you face step out the window, and now you're on the other side of the window. And since you face stepped, you still have 30 feet of movement left.
I will move kind of hurriedly, kind of down the street, kind of trying to go into the back alleys.
All right. Wanted, tigress-looking tabaxi woman.
Non-pacifist. Be aware.
She will be brought to justice via hugs.
Yes.
There's an easy way to make people not chase you anymore.
Just mask after turning the corner, just mask of many faces. I know it's people are probably still following me, so I'll probably just. That's a good way out of this. I'll teleport to the bathroom. No, I can't. Fuck. Limitations. I wish it was dimension door. I guess yeah, I just mask many faces when I just in behind like an alley and then just walk the other direction.
All right. As you walk the other direction, you see the shopkeeper and Icy Trick step out into the street. And the shopkeeper sees you and says, have you seen a tiger-looking tabaxi lady?
Oh yeah, she was running off that direction. And I point in the opposite direction of towards the entrance of town.
Icy Trick and the shopkeeper look at each other, and Icy Trick says, please return to your shop. I will look for her a little bit. But if she is gone and you still have your cloak, all is well. And Icy Trick turns and heads in the direction that you suggested, and the shopkeeper goes back in the shop.
No.
All right, time to find out where everyone was.
Kaz is still there.
Oh yeah,
Kaz
and
is
then I
still there.
locate Kaz, being just like, "Oh hey Kaz, sorry I took a little bit while in the bathroom. It seems
Nope.
like something happened around here."
Oh yes, I didn't really get to see it. It all happened so fast. I don't even know what happened. You said something about. Well, actually, no, I didn't really hear you. Was the shopkeeper okay? They just like were running out.
It seems like there was some sort of commotion about someone trying to steal something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Dang. I can't believe that. There was only Tabaxi in there, I believe, because it was one. They had an amazing physique.
Yeah, apparently the tiger tabaxi stole something. So
Really? Oh,
Mm.
I did see a Tiger Tabaxi. But I didn't see him leave though.
yeah.
That's
Well, anyway, let's not worry
okay.
about it. Let's rejoin the others.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They left in. Kezra would point in the direction.
As soon as Andre sees Miki, he'll run up and be like, "Gimme, gimme, gimme."
I'll message you being just like, bad idea. Next time, try to stop me, please.
All right, so all of you reconvene down the block from the store. And Dayu says, are you okay? Was it something you ate last night?
Yeah, I guess just something from the soup last night or something just isn't agreeing with my stomach and made it a little bit upset.
Oh,
Maybe I got a little bit motion sick on the cart or something. I don't know.
oh, good. It had been a little bit, and honestly, I did grow. I was worried for you. I want to say just in case.
So Darius says, well, there is the magic, or what was it? I told you the name of the other place. Ah, yes, the Sacred Magic Hut, and then Sira's Holy Tavern and Inn, which is sort of the the central place in the village where the mayor is the proprietor, and a lovely place.
Do we wish to spend the night here and try and continue finding a druid? Or move on to another one of our goals?
It is only like 1:30 right now.
I just meant sort of in general, in the grand scheme of our next few days.
Yes, anything to get this problem sorted with me as fast as possible. After that, it's all up to you guys.
I am merely assisting you all in your goals. Um, this is your choice to make.
Mm.
Perhaps we should go speak with Sira and see if she could lead us to any druids or have any leads for us. The Cazador's problem seems to be possibly one of the more urgent ones for us to solve.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Andre. You have just reminded me. Mickey, I forgot to ask you in the shop.
Mhm.
You can speak to animals.
Yes.
Like when I was a rat, did I say anything? Was I speaking to you? Were you able to converse with me and like?
Well, it seemed to awaken after the whatever happened last night.
Hmm.
Oh, the timing.
So yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
timing was a bit off, but
Hmm.
if you were to say anything, I'd probably be able to understand it maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, that is very good to know.
I hope you don't mind me interjecting, Cazador, but I do recall when you were in your were-rat form, you were speaking in common.
I was?
Well,
Yeah,
more yelling,
Oh, really?
yes. Some
And
threatening things.
really? That doesn't sound like me. What?
It didn't really sound like you. It sounded more like the, were-rats that we fought together.
Oh, wait.
You said things like spread.
Spread.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Am I remembering this right?
You could be.
I, I
I was.
I feel like I've gaslit myself now.
Let's say you are.
I remember when you were attacking, you were saying, well, Jake in the form of the were-rat was saying like spread and stuff, but
Yeah. No, it honestly does sound familiar because that's how the rat encounter was in the
yeah.
mansion. He believes you wholeheartedly. He honestly thinks he was just like those rats in the mansion. No. Uh, really, you must tell me more. What else was I saying? Was I
Well, that's most of what I remembered. You had no mention of Cassandra. I forgot her name. That one lady. They got really mad at us for killing that one lady.
Mm. Yes, the
Oh,
mother, the mother rat.
Loretta?
Loretta.
Loretta.
Yes,
Yes.
You didn't
yes.
say anything about Loretta, so that's good, I
Oh,
think.
good. For a
Maybe
second
I
there,
should have.
I was thinking this was some sort of a conspiracy, like this web, if you will. This long spreading web.
Uh, before we end the session, where are you guys headed next? Darius suggests the tavern and inn.
Tavern and inn.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that seems good.
Kazor would heed his words.
For a last little thing, I would quietly say to the zombified form of Amelie, uh, you should reach out and broach the tension with Andre.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, oh no.
I
Do
forgot
it.
to mention it. I was gonna be like, Andre's definitely a little weirded out by you just dressing corpses like 5 feet away from us.
It's like,
They look a little normal. They have like sort of obsidian scars instead of like open bloody wounds, because that's how her magic works.
I was just imagining them like an open casket situation, and That was enough for me to be like, this is still kind of
It
weird.
is 100%.
Zombie Amelie is like,
I was thinking if we get the headband of intellect, I was gonna put it on Zombie Amelie and see what happens.
Aw, dude.
I wish you would have told me that, or else I would
Yeah.
have tried
We didn't
stealing
have
the
enough
second-
money, and I didn't think we were gonna get anything out of stealing anyway. I just thought Andre would absolutely encourage this behavior.
now
reason-
that is a funny idea.
Yes. But can you imagine that?
I was thinking somebody was going to cast like magic mouth on Amelie.
My zombies can kind of talk for a reason I frankly don't know. So I was just sort of like, go talk.
So Amelie ponders what you said. As you guys ride over to the tavern inn in your cart, Darius is like, so who is this Greg that you want to cure?
The wife of Greg, actually.
Oh, yes, I was not with you at this time. Who is Greg's wife?
Greg was a good man. I wish I could have brought him with us.
He was a man who died whenever we were doing something important, and he died very nobly for his country.
Mhm.
Yes. He was a man among men.
And you, who are you going to cure with the fungus? His wife, did you say?
His wife.
Yes, the very same.
What does she have?
Hold on.
Library.
The DM will answer his own question.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank
remember that that she told you that she has the palsy of Kofar, Moria, Greg's wife.
Yes, she has the palsy of Kofar.
Yes, the Abali Forest is an interesting place, but also you all have some reasons to go to the tower. Interesting.
Yes.
Many reasons to go many places.
Mm-hmm.
And as he finishes asking you questions about your quest and stuff, you guys roll up on Sira's tavern and inn. Do any of you peek inside?
I will.
Guess what
Is
would
there?
be
Do they have
like-
actual beer?
They do.
Okay.
It's a larger building than the rest, but it is made entirely of clay with no wood or anything, but it's kind of a big dome-shaped thing outside. And as you all head inside, the atmosphere is much more subdued than any other tavern you've been inside of. There is a bard playing really quiet music on a quiet harp. There are a number of pilgrims who are eating and drinking, but mostly they are very quiet. Ye old tavern music, and there's just like quiet harp music. There are quiet people drinking. On the other side of the room, you see a crazy looking drunk old woman, halfling with gray hair, and she's actually being loud. Everyone else is being pretty quiet, but she's going, and a couple people kind of give her a funny look. And behind the bar, you see a person with a very regal bearing, a small, dark-skinned halfling woman with dirty blonde hair and sort of sun-beaten skin. And she sees you come in and says quietly, but loud enough to be heard by you at the door, "Welcome!" And that's where we'll end our session.
All right.
Right there at that cliffhanger.
Right there.
Someone said welcome to you.
Who could that be?
Sorry, my thieving took so long. I felt guilty halfway through.
Nah,
You're
No.
okay.
Yeah, I
It
was
was so
excited.
fun.
Tense.
I was excited to see the thieving that has been talked about.
Yes, I wanted you to get that so bad. I was rooting for you the whole time.
I was too.
I was okay with however it was going to turn out. Part of me is so glad that it went so badly. because now I can multi-class into paladin and it'll make sense.
Raise your hand if you have a inspiration right now. 1, 2. Okay, we can do.
Heals.
Oh, okay. It's too many inspos for an inspo vote.
1, 2, 3 into
Um,
the foe. Snoop
so
Dogg
for our
walk into
checkout,
the door.
For our checkouts, we'll do something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player did, and did you think that the DM was fair to Alex during the stealing scenario? And what did you enjoy about the stealing scenario? And so, Zach, you're first.
Oh, snap, let's go. So I really enjoyed the session, and I really enjoyed like just the kind of progression that was in it, like with everyone's kind of characters, and actually finding out that Dayu's the guy that's been with us for like, or with me for like 2 or 3 sessions now. I never even knew it was like a drow until right now. I was like, yo, that's actually in my backstory. What? And yeah, that was super, super fun. To just like have that realization, like a bag of bricks. Kezor is definitely gonna ask him some questions next session. And the like my favorite dynamic right now is Andre and Mickey and their dastardly antics, man. So much could be on the line, and they're just like, YOLO, you only live once, brother, go for it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I really love Sarah, how she's just like so far past the point of like living that she just like she's to the point where she'll just like dress up random bodies, and like whether they had sentimental value to someone or not, they'll be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, they won't mind. No, no. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have them like riddled with arrows next session or something like that. Yeah, it'll go good. And bro, Celeste like whistling at the tiger tabaxi, that was icing on cake.
Oh, I wanted to make a cat call joke.
Oh,
Ah,
that one flew over my head, but it's really appreciated.
Hmm.
Oh, and the fateful question: if you were fair to my main man Vicky, uh, yes, it kind of frustrates me a little bit how fair you were, because like I can totally imagine that, like if you're like a shopkeeper with something worth like 10,000 gold that's like that powerful, like yeah, you're probably going like white knuckle grip it. Like, oh man, I was salty for Mickey there, but
It's a-
I think you're really, really fair, and it was fun to watch.
I was sitting there like, can I really let them have this item? And I'm like, well, if it turns into her getting the item, then so be it. It will have to be. but I definitely put some bumps in the road on the way to the taking of the item. Calm.
And
Something. Something I enjoyed about the session. I liked the heist scene. I that I liked the DM going back and forth with the accents. I thought that was fun to watch. Let's see. I liked Dais being like, you ignored me. I thought you were listening." When I totally forgot what we were doing. It's a fun little shopping session. I enjoy shopping. Who doesn't like shopping? In games, I enjoy shopping. In real life, I hate it.
yeah.
But that was fun. Something another player did. Well, other than the stealing of the robe or the cloak that didn't quite work out, I liked Sarah like poking at Andre with the dead body. I get a kick out of that every time. So I very much enjoy that. And was the DM fair? Absolutely not. Totally should have had it. No, I'd say it was fair. It seemed reasonable.
Has anybody seen the movie Warm Bodies?
Yes.
Yes.
I have not.
Haven't
It's a good
either.
movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah. It's about I think like a zombie that becomes human because of love, something like that.
Oh
More
yeah,
or
that
less,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
I
it.
might have seen it actually. That
Yeah.
sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that Nicholas guy. I know I watched it. Now that I'm looking at the poster, I have a it looks like there's another similar one called Life After Beth.
I
Aubrey
think it takes
Plaza.
place in like an airport or something.
Yeah, he lives in the zombie guy like lives in a plane and
I've
he's like
seen the airport one then. I remember the scene at the end where like he confesses his love in the airplane or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He gets some kind of spark of life or something. So Nicholas Holt. Yeah. So we'll have to we'll have to integrate that into our story.
humanity restored.
The story of Amelie becoming human because of love. Or a strange twist on that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean I was like I was feeling guilty about putting hurdles in Miki's way, but then at the same time, like I thought it was a really cool coincidence that a Tabaxi cleric monk would show up right then.
Claire.
The guy's like, I never see Tabaxi in here. Oh, hello, holy Tabaxi. And then like another Tabaxi comes in to just sort of stand over your shoulder with cleric like perception and ask you questions with cleric like insight. And you fucking you beat all the deception checks. You beat every single check except for the athletics check on pulling the robe out. And then you could have kept going, but you know, but you beat every fucking thing that I threw in your way, and that was what made it good. Along with the fact that you were using your new ability to just turn into whatever. And I can tell that you're going to make my life difficult by doing that every single time if there's a good time to do it. Andre.
Something I enjoyed about there was a lot I enjoyed about the session. Sarah picking out the outfits for all the zombies and stuff was great, but I also love just in the store when she was like, for the variety, and the guy's like, they're all the same color, but with variety and texture. I also really loved Silith remembering, because I had completely forgot, that she like tore her shirt off and then replaced it with a halfling shirt, and then finding 2 more shirts, I guess, to replace that. I thought that was really good. Kaz, like, being like, oh yeah, 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 but we don't want to leave Miki alone, so I'll wait. And then like, no, 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 I'll come with. But I'll wait. I'll wait. I think that's hilarious. And the whole heist epic, I think was amazing. I think it was so quiet just because no one wanted to miss anything. I was being as quiet as I could be because I was like, I need to hear everything that happens because it was such a tense moment.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Something I enjoyed that another player did. Sarah poking at Andre with the zombies, I think is hilarious. Even with the off-screen, out of Andre's sight stuff, where she's like, "Hey, you should you should bug Andre about this kind of thing." I thought that was great. There was so much, and I think you were really fair with the scenario. I think it's like going into a jewelry shop and being like, ah, yes, your most expensive necklace. I would like to try it on, please. And then, yeah, she's like, sure, you can try it on. And you're just staring, looking for the door. You know? I think it was very fair, and I think it was very realistic to what it's like when someone's like, yeah, sure, you want to read the back of the box of the video game, and they pull it out and they're like, all right, you're not just gonna run. I mean, you might, but it's a weird situation.
Let me test drive the Rolls Royce.
Oh yeah, we'll take a guess. Yeah.
That reminds me. Have you ever heard of that story of the guy who stole, I don't know what car, some expensive car, because he asked for a test drive, took it out all day, ran out of gas, and then like left it. And then they eventually find the car, bring it back to the auto park or whatever, and then he breaks in that same night and tries to drive it out the window and steal it again. Same thing happens, runs out of gas like within a mile, and then they catch him. I was seeing that kind of situation even if we got away with the thievery. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm very excited for next session and finding out what's going on with this crazy drunk lady in the corner.
I was also thinking, what the hell am I gonna do with the game world if he actually makes it out of there with this thing and people are all upset? Like, someone's using violence and fighting and successfully stealing this thing. Like, is the town about to be like on lockdown? Is everybody going to be hugging everybody? Like, are they going to be looking for strangers? What are all the repercussions of this thing? What am I going to have to implement for repercussions?
That was going through my head halfway through. I'm just like, I can really fuck this up. I don't want to do this anymore.
Isn't that part of the fun thing about D&D though, is when a character does something that so totally upsets like your scenario that you have to like rebuild things?
Yeah,
it's like Legos. It's fun to build them up, but someone's got to knock them down after a bit.
That's right. That's what makes this my favorite game. That's what makes this my favorite game. Is that you can do anything. But if you're gonna steal a Cartier watch out of a store, you're gonna have to roll a few high rolls, and the police are gonna chase you, etc. All right. Fucking Eve.
Oh my. About the session, I enjoy my little posse of undead. They like, I think the dynamic is that they're like, I care about them so much for no reason. There are people we killed who like almost killed me, but I think Sarah's mentality immediately switches up to like, I have to get these guys the best equipment. I have to take care of them. And specifically in my mind, it was like, I have to help my zombie with their relationship with Andre. Like, it's a lot of me trying to figure out how to produce my out of character desire to mess with Andre to an in character understanding of what that would look like. Um, so that's fun. Good to have that displayed. Um, oh, I enjoyed Cazador's backstory conversation with the shopkeeper, learning things about the Drow descendants from the Ozarn expanse, getting into that sort of leg of his story. Ooh, going last is sometimes weirdly hard. Yes, these things occurred. Obviously, I enjoyed the wonderful thievery scene. Do I think it was fair? I think yes, I think you were fine. The in some ways it did feel like, oh, it was that I was trying to intentionally not say anything during that because there were a bunch of little tiny things that I could have said that I was like, oh, I don't want to give the DM ideas. It was like, oh, you're casting minor illusion on your bag, but you're talking with minor illusion.
Oh shit.
Like things like that. I was just like, oh, I'll shut the fuck up for this and just hope it works out because we want expensive things. But no, I think you were plenty fair. That was a hard to win situation.
Yeah, the minor illusion stuff, I'm just like playing along with it until I push the bag of gold across the counter and I'm like, all right, the guy's hand goes through the bag. And you're like, no, there's daggers in the bag. I'm like, okay, he opens it up and looks at the daggers. I make gold in the bag. It's a mix of platinum and gold. If it's a mix of platinum and gold, he's gonna touch it. He's gonna touch it. His hand goes through it. And then also, you can't cast it without them knowing that you're casting it.
Okay, I should mark off as like I guess 2 source points or something like that.
One time in my in-person game, this huge battle came out of a player thinking that they could cast suggestion while standing in front of a monarch without the person knowing. It says there's a verbal component to the spell suggestion, and when you read about what verbal component means, the command that you give the person is not the verbal component. You have to say some other shit before you say the thing. So you have to be like, boopity boppity boo, go eat some poop. You can't just say go eat some poop and the person's like, okay. They know you're casting a spell, and then suggestion says as soon as the spell wears off, they know they know what happened, or they get their mind back. So yeah, there was this huge battle because but you have subtle spell as a sorcerer, so you can get around that in the right situation. So you're gonna be a tricky one, as you already are. Are you really last, or did
I
Tom
don't
go?
actually think I was. I might
I
just
went,
be.
did Miki go yet?
I haven't
I
gone
think
yet.
that's what it was, yeah.
Ah,
Okay, we're all very tired here.
I
yes.
got 4 hours of sleep last night and 4 hours the
Oof.
night before.
Oh
We
no.
appreciate you being here and heading to the wedding afterwards and everything. So thank you for
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to make tomorrow's game too. We'll find out if that happens.
Now, you
now
animal.
now you're putting D&D in the right priority.
No.
You'll get a slightly tipsy calm.
Yeah, I might be pretty quiet.
All right, Alex.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed the session. I liked obviously the heist, even though I was panicking most of the time, internally panicking. I liked seeing Sarah and Andre just interact with Andre just being way more terrified of everything going on, and just Sarah just being just like, here, have Amelie. You guys can be in love. Now kiss. I love that. Yeah, I loved Kaz staying back and being just like, I would like to stay for my friend. Me being just like, oh fuck, how am I gonna make this work? But yeah, I very much enjoyed the session. With the fairness, I thought you were completely fair. I didn't think I was gonna steal that whatsoever. I just wanted. It's one of Miki's core faults is that she tries to steal the most expensive thing that she sees, and she wasn't even going to try stealing it for herself, so she just wanted to steal it for stealing's sake. So,
Well, you should have the chance to steal it. Sometimes when you're doing that stuff, it's like, oh, it's in a locked cabinet with guards all staring at it. And
I mean, it makes sense. It makes complete sense that like, oh yeah, it's in the back because obviously thieves.
Yeah.
It was
it made
also like
complete
one of the
sense.
5 most expensive things that guy sold. It makes sense that he's like,
It was the most expensive thing. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was completely fair.
well, thank you. Headband of intellect on the zombie. That sounds fun. That sounds like warm bodies. Because for some reason, Sarah's zombies sometimes say things, which is different from a normal zombie. Let's find out more on the next episode of Elenia Toth.
Also, Andre, it's only illegal if people know it's a dead body.
that has terrifying implications, and I don't know what you're referring to.
Matrimony.
All right, everybody. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.